What's up, rock stars? We got our targets here from yesterday, from the pistol range. Actually, it was Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah, I guess it was Friday, 2 days ago. I can't keep track of time. This is my 9mm target, the Beretta 9mm, guys. Okay, this weapon right here. Of course, it's completely safe, unloaded, chambers clear, no magazine, and a magazine well. And we shot pretty good. We were off to the left a little bit, if you look at the group, to the left. But I think I know what caused that. And then these were all taken at short range. The first three yard lines, I think it's 3, 7, and is it 3, 5, and 7? I can't remember yard lines. And then the headshots were all taken at 25 yards out. Now at the range, it was really cold inside the range. Of course, the temperature didn't bother me at all. But there was a fan directly above my head, and it was blowing straight down on me like freezing cold air. And it was really high, like, you know, and it was blowing down the back of my neck, and it was actually making my eyes water. Even though I had safety glasses on, it was making my eyes water, and that did affect my shooting. But this was the 9mm target from yesterday, the Beretta 9mm. And then for the first time, we fired the Mustang Pocket Light 380. Here's the 380, guys. First time I ever fired this weapon. Really liked this weapon. I was impressed with this weapon. Just one thing, if you noticed, I shot high, and I didn't shoot a lot of rounds because the lighting in the range is really dim. There's not like really good lighting. It's not bright in there at all, but you know, it's not an excuse. But I couldn't see the front sight tip on this weapon. I couldn't see the front sight tip, and it, you know, because it was black. So the solution was I put a drop of gun sight paint on that front sight tip when I got home. I just did that, guys. So you can see I shot high. I shot a pretty tight group, but you know, I couldn't see. I'm sure it's going to be 100% better once I go back. I'll drop it down into the middle of the target, actually the middle of the bullseye there. And but I can't wait to shoot this weapon again, man. I really liked this 380. I mean, it was awesome, and just everything about this weapon I liked. It was just really fun to shoot. It was you know, there wasn't much recoil, but the gun felt very powerful too, man. I was like, man, this thing's got some. You can tell it had some power to it. Not like shooting a 22 at all. This was it felt like a higher caliber pistol than what it is. Actually, it felt like, you know, it felt very powerful. But I just can't wait to shoot this thing again. And here's that paint I use, guys. This is the you know, you only need to drop it and stuff. I used a toothpick. They got like a cleaner where you clean up the front side tip, and then you can just pick the color that you want. You know, like I said, I just used a toothpick and just dropped it on the front sight tip right there, and you let it dry, you know, overnight, like 24 hours, and that's going to make a huge difference next time we go. Okay, it's going to make a huge difference in the accuracy of my shooting there. And then we shot the brand new Colt 1911 45. This thing was awesome, guys. I mean, man, the trigger brake on this thing, it was like shooting my Beretta. And the Beretta's my favorite, guys. I mean, that's my favorite. But this thing, the trigger brake was just as good on the Beretta, if not better. And this thing was amazing. Amazingly accurate. Look at my target, guys. The first time I ever fired this weapon, look at it. I almost took out the bullseye completely. It's almost completely removed. In a very tight group, as you can see. And this was the first time I ever fired this weapon. I mean, ever. And then the headshots were taken at full range, as far out as the target would go. Full range. And once again, you know, my eyes were watering really bad. I was almost crying, guys. My eyes were watering so bad because the wind was coming down on top of me like full blast. But, you know, still had a good time, man. And shot extremely accurate with this Colt 1911. And this is, like I said, it's an 80 series 1991 A1 is the model. Just got this thing. So impressed with this weapon. Particularly, you know, it's not going to be my favorite, but it's going to be my second favorite, I think, man, because, you know, of course, the Beretta is always going to be my favorite, man, but this thing was just incredible, man. It was just so fun to shoot, so accurate, and like I said, the trigger brake, I mean, it was just awesome, man. I mean, it's just incredible piece of machinery right here. I mean, just the quality. Of course, you're buying a Colt, man. You're buying the best, man. I mean, you know, Colt is the best. I know you Glock people out there saying Glock's the best. Listen, I know Glock is awesome, no doubt. But this is the original 1911. This is, you know, a classic sidearm. This is, you know, the sidearm that everything's based upon nowadays. You know what I'm saying? When this thing first came out. You know, almost 100 years ago now, right? Just a few years shy of 100 years, this design has been out, and everything is based off of this now, guys. Everything. You know, not the revolvers, obviously, but everything. You know, in you know, a clip-fed gun, sidearm is. It's all been based off of this particular sidearm, guys. This is a piece of history. It's an awesome. If you don't have a 45, man, get one, man. That's all I can tell you. Get one. You will be very pleased with this, especially if it's a Colt 1911. You're going to be very pleased with this, and the results are right there, guys. You see it. All right, that's it for this. Frank Calabro Jr. signing off.